Welcome everyone to Friday Night SmackDown. I wanted to kick us off here live on SmackDown before we got into the action to address a couple things going on, and that happens to be, one of them at least, that happens to be the tag team division here on SmackDown and who the Motor City Machine Guns will be facing live there at WrestleMania. Now look, to be honest, as a SmackDown General Manager, I have failed the tag team division in the terms of giving the tag team division more opportunities. So with that being said, and well, with what the Wyatt Six did to the Motor City Machine Guns last week, leading to a draw in that tag team matchup, I'm going to give the Motor City Machine Guns a chance in the middle of the ring to defeat the Wyatt Six live there at WrestleMania. Now that the Motor City Machine Guns and the Wyatt Six match is official for WrestleMania, now we set our eyes to the Intercontinental Championship and the holder, Carmelo Hayes. Certainly Carmelo Hayes had a hell of a match at Elimination Chamber to win that said championship, but now we got to find him a contender. Hold on, just 1 second, Nick. I actually just came in here in the office because I actually wanted to talk to you about my match at WrestleMania to see what you had in mind, but it sounds like you are still up in the air about who I'm going to be facing. But I do have a superstar in mind for you, if you don't mind me throwing it out there real quick. Like, I'm glad we were thinking the same thing. It's great to have you, Carmelo. What can I do for you, Mr. Hayes? Who do you have exactly in mind for the grandest stage of them all in your first ever title defense as the Intercontinental Champion? Well, if you don't mind, it is the man that was holding the Intercontinental Championship heading into the Elimination Chamber, and that is the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. I believe he deserves a rematch. That man has worked his ass off his whole entire career to earn himself an Intercontinental Championship match. He held it for a little bit before losing it in the Elimination Chamber. Hasn't got himself a proper rematch for that Intercontinental Championship, and I couldn't think of a better way to do that said match than at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Well, Carmelo, if that's what you want to do, I can make that match official. Carmelo Hayes, Sheamus at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship is officially happening. And one last thing, it is regarding the European Championship that Penta currently holds. As of right now, I do not have a challenger for him, but I'm going to be thinking about it through tonight, all the way through next week, and maybe tonight I give you an answer, or next week's go-home show I give you an answer. But I will tell you now, Penta will be defending his European Championship at WrestleMania. Just got to find him an opponent. As we head down to ringside for our first matchup of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially here for Friday Night SmackDown, as it is a tag team tornado tag team match, as it is Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley taking on the Kabuki Warriors. Iyo Sky being taken out by Asuka and Kairi Sane of the Kabuki Warriors, of that whole group. And it's a damn shame, honestly, from what happened. And obviously then leading into Elimination Chamber, we see, there's a big 6-woman matchup inside of Elimination Chamber. Winner will go on to face off with Iyo Sky for the Women's Championship, and that happens to be Rhea Ripley, who has tremendous respect for Iyo Sky. And now Iyo Sky, Rhea Ripley will be going at it live at WrestleMania, but we don't know what night, but certainly this matchup that Iyo and Rhea Ripley are going to have, it's going to be a tremendous match, but there's something that's, I guess you could say, a dark cloud over said match, and that happens to be the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane. And we're going to see if tonight, maybe, just maybe, they can take them out and let them focus on that massive championship match at WrestleMania. But there is Rhea Ripley. The brutality is here, and I can't wait to see how this tag team match gets underway here tonight. And certainly it's the type of event, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to change the careers for a lot of men and women at WrestleMania. Iyo Sky just recently winning that championship over Nikki Cross. And certainly Asuka wants to get her hands on that championship as well as embarrass her as much as possible. And then you got Rhea Ripley, who's wanting to stand up to people that she used to do wrong against. Obviously, Rhea Ripley was a part of the Judgment Day for the longest time, then being shockingly taken out and replaced with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and even AJ Styles a part of that. Damian Priest was thrown out as well. Certainly with Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, they're trying to find their ways here in WWE. Ever since now, they are no longer a part of the Judgment Day, and the Terror Twins. Certainly they might have some big WrestleMania matches. Obviously, Rhea and Iyo at WrestleMania. Damian Priest, if he wins later on tonight against Uncle Howdy, he'll get himself into that Money in the Bank matchup. Also for the actual Judgment Day members, you got Finn Balor taking on John Cena in John Cena's last ever matchup. And that's a pivotal matchup because we don't know if John Cena, obviously with it being his last ever match, is he walking out with the WWE Championship, or is Finn Balor retiring John Cena and taking said WWE Championship? Cannot wait to see how that goes. And talking about more of the Judgment Day, AJ Styles goes one-on-one with John Cena in the main event of this episode of SmackDown. Certainly a lot to really look into, but that's a massive matchup, and that's very well a WrestleMania main event type of matchup. But that is your main event for tonight, as we have Money in the Bank matches for you guys for the men's and women's divisions. We certainly got the 4 men and women from Raw earlier this week, and by the end of tonight's Friday Night SmackDown, we'll be seeing a total of 4 superstars from SmackDown on the men's and women's side of things. But here we go, Tornado Tag Team match about to be underway. As referee rings the bell, here we go, and Iyo Sky going right after Asuka. Asuka was able to dodge that, as here comes Rhea Ripley. In this Tornado Tag Team matchup, ladies and gentlemen, it is first to a pinfall or submission. They can go all over this arena as long as they get that outcome in the middle of that ring. Now look at these vicious kicks from Asuka, sending an absolute message to Rhea Ripley saying, hey, you want to help out Iyo Sky, we're going to make you pay for it. So, no, that swing of that left knee. Oh, Asuka able to dodge it briefly and connect with a kind of a walk the ropes type of drop kick. Very innovative and very helpful for her situation. But ladies and gentlemen, especially, we got to bring up obviously not only WrestleMania, but the WWE Draft the night after WrestleMania Night 2. What does that look foundationally for not only the Kabuki Warriors, but for Iyo and Rhea? Obviously one of them walking out with the Women's Championship, but what does it look like? Will one of them, all of them being the same brand, SmackDown, Raw? What does it really look like? I mean, it's something to really take into tuition and really seeing, like, will this only continue between Iyo and Asuka, or is this these last couple weeks the last time we see Iyo and Asuka on the same roster? It's a big time clothesline, turns Kairi Sane inside out, as now Kairi Sane in trouble. Iyo Sky gonna go for the pinfall early on here in the matchup as just a 1 count. If you're Kairi Sane, you cannot allow the brutality that is Rhea Ripley get her hands on you here. As that kendo stick very well could have been used there briefly, but was not. Now Rhea setting up Kairi Sane. Iyo Sky looking for something as well. Oh, Rhea gonna allow her to do her thing. Pardon me. And Rhea gonna go outside here, grab a weapon here. It looks like, and now we got ourselves a good old-fashioned steel chair, but Asuka is not gonna allow her to use it, and she tosses her right into the barricade. And that was a brutal clothesline there as well. And Iyo Sky continuing the offensive inside the ring, but oh no. Asuka going to work with those big kicks right to the middle of that back. That is going to slow down Rhea Ripley at least for a little bit. And if that was Asuka, though, oh, inadvertently, Iyo hitting Rhea with that kendo stick. She had no intentions of that, obviously. And Rhea getting her lick back there briefly. Now Iyo gonna target Asuka. I'd love to see Asuka and Iyo go at it. And certainly, obviously, that tension's definitely there, and certainly to have a women's championship matchup between those two after what's happened as a miss to the face of Iyo Sky. Asuka now trying to attack Rhea Ripley, didn't work out, pinfall, and now just a 1 count. Iyo, I don't think she can see. Well, she can see barely, but enough to do that. As Iyo Sky now missed it and all, trying to go for a high-risk maneuver. I wouldn't suggest doing that, but it works out in her favor. Iyo Sky gonna go for the pinfall, hook of the leg. Could this be enough? No, just a 1 count. The matchup continues as Kairi Sane, huge spear on Rhea Ripley. Now we'll see if maybe Kairi Sane can help out her tag team partner Asuka. Nope, she will not. She will hit a double stomp right to the ribs area there of Rhea Ripley. This gives the Kabuki Warriors a potential 2-on-1 situation. What a springboard moonsault from Kairi Sane. One of the most criminally underrated ladies you will see in this business. As off the ropes you go. Here goes Asuka looking for a belly-to-belly. Did not work out in her favor. Champion looking to go to work here, but no. The double combination maneuver there from Kairi and Asuka. Uh-oh, this ain't going to end well. Look at the submission, very innovative, didn't really get too much of it, but enough to really work on that back. And now Asuka, oh, that spinning heel kick right to the temple. Not telling me that didn't hurt a little bit there. As now Asuka trying to drag Iyo, Rhea trying to get the attention of Asuka here. She's like, nah, screw it, I don't need that kendo stick. As she connects with a full Nelson power slam. And now Rhea and Kairi Sane will go at it. And now, oh goodness, nice spinning slam. Iyo takes down Asuka, and now the attention goes to Asuka. Rhea Ripley setting up for Asuka. Bam! Nice running strike. Iyo running right after Kairi Sane and connects with a beautiful maneuver. Now Asuka gets caught by Rhea Ripley, looking for a riptide. Down goes Asuka. Pinfall opportunity. Is this enough? 1, 2, 3. No, 2.9. Very close as Iyo tosses Kairi Sane back inside the ring here. Now it looks like she's going to attempt to go for a pinfall. Will this be enough to put away Kairi Sane here? Oh, very close as well. And Rhea looking for a super kick. Asuka saw it coming, was able to step back, but not able to step back on that one. Very hard, tough opening bout here. Iyo Sky with a flatliner. Gonna fold it into a submission hold here, almost like a crossface here on Kairi Sane. Will Kairi have to tap out? Nowhere to go, but Iyo realizes she has to get rid of it. Asuka, gonna look for the Asuka lock that has won her so many championships in her career. Rhea Ripley might have to tap out. No, Iyo breaks it up. Just in the matter of time. Now Iyo Sky, has Asuka on the top rope here. This ain't gonna end well for Asuka. Looking for that Spanish fly from the top. Down goes Asuka. As now Kairi Sane takes down Rhea Ripley. And now it leaves you run to a 2-on-1 situation. Kairi Sane watches on as she connects with a moonsault. Pinfall. Even though Kairi Sane is right there, she finally breaks it up. Nice reversal. Oh, double reversal from both women. As now Rhea re-enters herself. She's fired up. She's saying, hey, mommy is home. As here we go, big clothesline. Takes down the Empress of Tomorrow. And now she's looking. She is done. She is looking to make Asuka tap out. Middle of the ring on the kendo stick. Nowhere to go. Will Asuka tap out? Yes, she does. Asuka taps out. Big win for Rhea and Iyo. And maybe, just maybe, that will give Rhea and Iyo a little bit of time to build up to this women's championship match. This match is all about respect out of these two, and especially with Asuka and Kairi Sane is trying to take that dark cloud that's essentially over this championship matchup, maybe temporarily takes it out of the equation and can have maybe a decent build up this week into next week. Certainly a big time matchup. Rhea and Iyo having a strong showing. Asuka and Kairi looked pretty well as well, but ultimately the main event picture for the women's division looked absolutely great. Rhea Ripley, Iyo Sky, whatever night they are going to have a tremendous women's match, and we don't know if they will be a part of the Go Home show. I would assume they will be. We'll see what Nick Aldis sets up, but big win for Rhea and Iyo Sky. I can't wait to see their match next week at WrestleMania. And now the next set of matches from here all the way to the main event of the evening will be Money in the Bank qualifying matches, as there is Damian Priest making his way down the ring, part of the Terror Twins with himself and Rhea Ripley. Watching on in the back is his partner in crime, Rhea Ripley, getting the job done with Iyo Sky. Certainly Damian Priest would love to get himself on that WrestleMania card and get himself in that Money in the Bank matchup. If you guys do remember last year at WrestleMania, Damian Priest won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, a part of the Judgment Day, and would go on to win a championship of his choosing at that time. But at that time, JD McDonough not only had 2 championships, he had the European Championship as well as I believe the United States Championship, because at WrestleMania he defeated Pete Dunne and LA Knight in a triple threat matchup to become a 2-champion JD McDonough. So JD McDonough said, hey, I am perfectly fine with dropping one of these championships if he's able to use his opportunity. The Raw general manager said, hey, that's fine. And, well, we can see what happened, obviously, with everything going on there. And, he became champion just after WrestleMania. So certainly, Priest would love to be in the WrestleMania. But then you got this man, Uncle Howdy. He's got a couple of his members of his group, the Wyatt Six. They got themselves a tag team match. Last week, they didn't look too bad. They had a draw, but the biggest thing coming out of that, as well as they attacked the tag team champions before said matchup. So I don't know what the Wyatt Six are really doing per se in the terms of, like, what's their set goal right now? You know, they're going after the tag team championships, but they're not an overly aggressive unit. But when they are aggressive, they become very deadly. And obviously, Uncle Howdy, I mean, he was in the Royal Rumble. I mean, he was in these big-time matches, but he didn't reach to full expectations. So we'll see how he fares tonight in this, and obviously this group is all in the eyes of Bray Wyatt, but there's only so much that Uncle Howdy can do before he has to start leading this group even further. I mean, certainly Bray Wyatt, he did quite a bit here in Universe Mode, leading Harper and Roman to tag team championships. Bray Wyatt, multi-time Intercontinental Champion. You know, he put so much into this business. And I think Uncle Howdy, he could be the man that very well could lead the Wyatt Six right down the same route. And obviously Nikki Cross, she's already won the Women's Championship. She was Money in the Bank briefcase holder at one time as well. That led her to the Women's Championship. Wyatt Six are going to WrestleMania for the tag team titles. Will Uncle Howdy be able to go to WrestleMania and grab the briefcase if he wins tonight? A lot of things going on for the Wyatt Six. As here we go, Damian Priest, Uncle Howdy, live tonight. Referee rings the bell, and look at Uncle Howdy running right through Damian Priest. And usually you don't really say that too much about the stature of Damian Priest just being ran through like that. But I think for both men, I think for this matchup, I think Uncle Howdy, this is a must-win. Obviously, both men, this is a must-win in the terms of getting on the WrestleMania card. But, you know, with a man that really needs it, I think it's Uncle Howdy. I mean, certainly, you got to start somewhere. But, you know, we'll see where this matchup takes us to. As, big punch there, sending a message to Uncle Howdy. And coming right out of the gate, here comes the big man. Bam! Punishing maneuvers there from Damian Priest. Into a snapmare takedown, and now just going to stretch out Uncle Howdy. Big knee right to the middle, the center of that back. And now able to throw him through with an arm drag takedown. Certainly even having both of these men in this matchup will make a big difference in that Money in the Bank matchup, especially for Damian Priest. That power, that strength, he can run around with the best of Lucha Libre superstars. So if you have a Damian Priest in there, I mean, he can add a little bit of everything in that match. And then Uncle Howdy, you know, he could sick his whole group on the whole card there, and he could walk out with that Money in the Bank briefcase. So I mean, there's so many different ways you could be taking these matches. Down goes Uncle Howdy. Now Priest will look to go to work here. Priest now just little here and little there, just working on every single limb in the body, trying to keep his opponent down as much as possible. As Uncle Howdy rolls outside the ring, Priest not giving him any time to recuperate. And now Howdy gonna get back inside the ring, realizing, hey, I gotta win this match inside the ring. I can't allow Priest to get his hands on me and start throwing me around outside here. As now Uncle Howdy gonna drop him. Awkward landing on that top rope. Certainly gonna hurt that larynx area and that throat. As right to the eyes. Uncle Howdy looking to go to work here even more. And now Uncle Howdy catches him, looking for a power slam, but Priest catches him and able to fight him off temporarily. And now Priest with some big time maneuvers, and now the straps are coming down. Can Priest put away Uncle Howdy? Is a flatliner. Flatliner to Uncle Howdy. Pinfall. 2.5. Devastating flatliner. And now Priest, more than likely, maybe setting up for a South of Heaven chokeslam. Has Uncle Howdy up, and down goes Uncle Howdy. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. No, 2.5. Very, very close. Uncle Howdy needs to wake himself up here. These devastating kicks into that spinning forearm strike. Priest has been on fire these last couple moments. Uncle Howdy, if he takes any more damage, it could be game over. The spinning heel kick from the top rope didn't work out in his favor, but now Priest still, he's just pure adrenaline at this moment. Seems like every time Uncle Howdy has tried to do something, Priest has just been a step ahead of him. And, goodness, the super kick, it seemed like it almost hit him, but it didn't get enough of it. As bold, DDT there to Uncle Howdy. Spiking him right in the center of that mat outside here. And Uncle Howdy is in trouble. Damian Priest could be a matter of moments away from going to the Money in the Bank match. And right now for the SmackDown side of things, it's already star-studded. You got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and then you got the best in the world, CM Punk. Two massive names, and both of these guys right here want to add themselves to that. But obviously there's only could be one, as Uncle Howdy catches Damian Priest with a power slam there. Obviously one of those moves just a little bit ago cut Uncle Howdy up. That's why there's a little bit of blood all over this ring here. We'll see if that affects Uncle Howdy whatsoever. As that, look at that. Oh goodness, nice Uranagi out of nowhere from Uncle Howdy. And now we'll see what he can do. What can he set up in this type of matchup right now? As, oh goodness, right on that exposed turnbuckle, as Uncle Howdy has him right where he wants him. Uncle Howdy. Sister Abigail to Damian Priest. Pinfall attempt. Referee is there. 2. No, 2.5. And Uncle Howdy cannot believe it. As Damian Priest with a nice arm drag reversal. Priest now not going to allow Uncle Howdy to do any more damage here. Looking for the South of Heaven choke slam right in front of the Wyatt 6 pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest is going to WrestleMania. And again, the Wyatt 6. I mean, for Uncle Howdy, I mean, I don't know what to say for that group right now. They got to figure it out. I mean, they're certainly one of the better teams here in all of WWE. Damian Priest, though, he came out here quickly. He sent a message early. It was just too little too late for Uncle Howdy at times. And bam, that face buster, that flatliner. And eventually we'd see one of the two that you saw Joe Gacy take that top turnbuckle off. Right there, that would lead to that. And then we would see Uncle Howdy go to work here and set up that Sister Abigail. But eventually it just was not enough. And Damian Priest was done playing around, grabbed him the second time, and took him to South of Heaven. Took him straight to hell. And Damian Priest joins CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we head to the women's side of the Money in the Bank matches. And it is Victoria, a WWE legend in this business. She is here on SmackDown side of things, as Victoria will look to go to work here tonight as she takes on Alexa Bliss of the Wyatt 6. Certainly for Victoria, she's been very impressive ever since since debuting here in the series at the Royal Rumble, making a return. Very impressive there. She was impressive in that Elimination Chamber matchup as well. So with the moments that Victoria has had here, she's been very impressive to say the least. And now, Victoria, all you have to do is knock off this woman, Alexa Bliss, who's already accomplished quite a bit in her career. So certainly this is the type of matchup you want to see. Just two women going at it. You got the current, and then going up against the past. We'll see how this will fare. Alexa Bliss, though, one of the better women here on SmackDown. And certainly would love to see her on the WrestleMania card, but out of these two women, only one of them can walk out tonight with the winner next to their name, and one of them can only go to WrestleMania, part of that Money in the Bank matchup. Later on tonight, we'll see Raquel Rodriguez taking on Maxine Dupree one-on-one, and we'll see at that point in time who is the fourth member to join that Money in the Bank matchup. As here we go, Victoria and Alexa Bliss, one-on-one, live here on SmackDown. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go, Victoria and Alexa Bliss, collar elbow tie up, little feeling out process here early on. And Victoria showing you that power early on, putting Alexa Bliss underneath that top rope. As Alexa's going to be very careful not to, hurt herself or almost kind of strangle herself. How her head was underneath that top rope. But we all know, back in the day how Victoria was a very dangerous lady, not the woman to mess with. As, oh, wait a minute, Victoria's setting up Alexa Bliss for something here. Oh, goodness, okay. Different variation of almost like a senton leg drop of sorts. I don't know what you really want to call it, but whatever you call it, highly effective for the WWE legend, that being Victoria. As now Victoria has her up. Oh, goodness, nice gut buster. And certainly the more that Victoria is aggressive in this matchup, just maybe it will help her walk out and get herself a win tonight. but certainly you don't want to do too much. As a face buster. That certainly stunned Alexa Bliss there quite a bit. Alexa Bliss will certainly be feeling that one in the morning. Maybe it'll feel a little bit better if she walks out with a win tonight, though. Alexa Bliss swung wildly with the first one, but now, ever since then, she is coming right after Victoria, sending an absolute message to Victoria here. And Alexa Bliss feeling the powers of the Wyatt Six flow through here. And unfortunately for Uncle Howdy, having a big loss just moments ago, we'll see how this matchup goes for Alexa Bliss. Is Alexa able to fight out of that potential disaster there? Victoria bouncing off the rope here. Oh, nice takedown there. And a little bit of a tightrope situation there for Alexa Bliss. Simple but effective. And it works out great. It's now Victoria in the corner here in a bad way. That's what happens when you deal with a woman like Victoria there. It's certainly one of the most dangerous superstars there on the roster. And now Irish whipping her into the corner. Alexa Bliss, she's getting into that stage of the Wyatt Six right now where she is maybe, I don't know, just the crazy stage, I guess you would call it. Hook of the leg into this matchup, but just a 1 count. Look at the face of Alexa Bliss. She thought she could have at least gotten at least a 2 count out of that, but now she has to continue to scratch and claw and take it to Victoria here. Off the ropes, Alexa Bliss goes. Here comes Victoria, but again, Alexa Bliss fighting out of it, I believe. Yes, she does. Those elbows are pretty sharp, but Victoria with her own reversal, back and forth. Nice stomp on the face there. Didn't get all of it, but certainly enough to keep Alexa Bliss down at that time. And now here comes Victoria. Off the corner there. Oh, goodness, what a slam. Takes down Alexa Bliss, but she is not done. Here comes... Oh, maybe no. Big reversal from Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, DDT, spikes her into the mat. Pinfall attempt. 1, 2. No, 2.5. The matchup will continue. Victoria was, I believe, looking for Widow's Peak. Did not work out in her favor, though. As Victoria is in the landing zone, looking for some Twisted Bliss. Live here on SmackDown, and we get it. Referee's in position for the 1, 2. No, 2.5. So close, but Alexa Bliss has to continue to, put a little bit more damage to her opponents. A little bit more frustrated than usual. As the drop kick right to the side of the skull. Oh, but Victoria playing a little possum there. Flying cross body, turns her inside out into the pinfall. Early on in this matchup. Ooh, 2.5. I should say the later stages of this matchup. Both women putting some work in here. Into nice moonsault, that standing moonsault. Highly effective there. As Victoria tells Alexa Bliss to get up to her feet. She's done playing around for Alexa Bliss's attention here. Off the rope, here we go. Big power slam there from Victoria. And now, Victoria gonna go high risk, leg drop right across the chest there of Alexa Bliss. Was that the knockout blow? It looks like Victoria not gonna go for the pinfall. I mean, that could be a mistake, honestly. She probably could have at least gotten a 2.5 off that leg drop, maybe even a 3 if she tried to. As, oh, look at this submission hold. Center of the ring, Alexa Bliss may have to tap out. Nowhere to go, but Alexa Bliss, can she get out of it? Oh, yes, she does. Punch to the face certainly will help you out in much needed times. Nice reversal. I like that. Alexa Bliss is going for a different maneuver. Victoria missed out, and Alexa Bliss was able to hit her maneuver that she was trying to do. As Alexa Bliss with a flying cross body. Victoria doing the right thing, rolling outside the ring briefly. And now Alexa, what does she have in store? She already just hit a cross body. She's looking for a frog splash, but no. And she gets decimated by a clothesline. What is next in this attempt to put this match away? Oh, it looks like she's looking for that Widow's Peak, I believe it is. Down goes Alexa Bliss. Is she going to WrestleMania? No, 2.5. 2.5. Alexa Bliss keeps herself in this matchup. But Victoria, though, she is looking to end this matchup. Victoria, oh, that spinning kick, that senton kick, right to the midsection as Alexa Bliss briefly rolls herself out of the ring. You know, for some of these superstars that, you know, roll outside the ring and then come right back in, I think that's just a bad way to play it, because I feel like you should stay outside the ring a little bit longer and then make your opponent come outside there, but that's not what happened. It's a beautiful reversal from Alexa Bliss. Referee is in position, pinfall. Ooh, strong 1 count. Man, I'm surprised that it only got a 1 count. Now Alexa's got to figure out what she needs to do to put down Victoria, who's been putting on a hell of a fight tonight. Victoria here. Oh, back stabber. Vicious backbreaker. And now Victoria going to go high risk in the later stages of this match. Victoria moonsault disconnects. And now Alexa, can she capitalize on a massive mistake here? Alexa Bliss taking her time though. I don't like that, but she connects with a cross body, and now both women are gonna head on outside the ringside here, and we'll look to go to work. That was a good backbreaker there from Alexa. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the 4th competitor matchup for the women's side of things, with Raquel Rodriguez and Maxine Dupree going at it. Plus, we have ourselves a literal big man matchup as the Great Khali takes on Braun Breaker. And that matchup is bound to get crazy for sure, as Alexa Bliss throws Victoria back inside the ring. Gonna go for the pinfall. She just moments ago hit that DDT outside. 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss is going to WrestleMania, a part of that Money in the Bank matchup. So last week we had Jordynne Grace and Eve Torres, and now we have Alexa Bliss joining that group. Man, Victoria, you cannot put your head down after that. That was a great matchup, but Alexa Bliss showing you why she's one of the most accomplished superstars in all of WWE ever since she has joined the series at a very early start. Certainly one of the better superstars of all time, and she put on a clinic with Victoria tonight. That's what you love to see in these big moment situations where you have to pull out everything. It is WrestleMania season, and if you don't, then I mean, WrestleMania, you're gonna have to wait a whole year essentially to get that opportunity. But a big win for Alexa Bliss as she heads to WrestleMania. But let's go ahead and figure out who joins her at WrestleMania. And now it is time for Alpha Academy's own Maxine Dupree to get herself a big opportunity. I mean, she certainly got it there at the Elimination Chamber. She could have walked out with that Intercontinental Championship, but nope, she didn't get that far. But she gets an opportunity in the Money in the Bank qualifying matchup. Big opportunity for this young lady to continue to grow. And yeah, Otis with Akira Tozawa accompanying Maxine Dupree to be her emotional support in this matchup. Big time moment for Maxine Dupree to be taking on Raquel Rodriguez. Obviously, Raquel has done a lot more in her career compared to Maxine, but I mean, you can't put it past Maxine to possibly pick up a massive win tonight. And obviously, Raquel's probably going to be accompanied down to the ring, at least with Liv Morgan. So we'll see how this is all going to pan out here. I mean, there's only so much a woman like Maxine can take and taking on the powerhouse of the Judgment Day, I mean, certainly it's not in your favor. But you do have Liv Morgan, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, in the house. And as you can see, Liv Morgan and AJ Lee, they will be going at it at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Absolutely massive to see that go down. Liv Morgan losing last week to Eve Torres, so Liv Morgan won't be in the Money in the Bank matchup, but she will be defending her Intercontinental Championship against AJ Lee. AJ Lee also, she'll be in the Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Obviously won't be happening tonight, but next week on the Go Home Show is SmackDown. AJ Lee will be in action looking to qualify at winning the Money in the Bank matchup, and she'll be in action. We'll see how she fares then, but we're worried about tonight with Raquel Rodriguez and Maxine Dupree. Could be a one-sided matchup where Maxine might be able to test Raquel Rodriguez tonight. Liv Morgan, you could see the intense look in her face. She's not too happy probably that not only she lost, but now she's having to face AJ Lee there at WrestleMania. And certainly by this time next week, we'll be figuring out what night WrestleMania they are on. As the referee rings the bell, a big boot there from Raquel early on. And just to go back briefly to what I just mentioned about WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, you'll start seeing it through this upcoming week, what matches will be going to Night 1, Night 2, and certainly a lot to really build up to is a big boot there from Raquel. And oh, wait a minute. Raquel and Otis talking about something right here. Otis, maybe a little distraction early on, trying to help out Maxine Dupree. Roll up here, could you imagine? No, just a one count. Otis trying to do his big man things, but ultimately Maxine having to pay for it, as now Raquel, Big Mommy Cool, has Maxine Dupree up. And look at this torture rack. This torture rack, Maxine's trying to fight out of it, and she does. Ooh, big kick. There you go, Maxine. Trying to stun Raquel Rodriguez as much as possible here. And now from behind, this is where Raquel Rodriguez will look to go to work here. As Raquel Rodriguez continuing to go to work here, working that back pinfall attempt, trying to steal one here, but no. Oh no, wait a minute, Maxine now. Maxine with her own pinfall. Liv Morgan though grabbed the referee. Liv Morgan also costing her tag team partner though. Raquel could have just won that matchup. So the referee doesn't just toss her outside, or toss her to the back, I should say. But now a big time moment here for Maxine to get as much experience here as well as get a win. Could you imagine picking up a big win over Raquel? That'd be a massive moment here. Back and forth we go though. Here comes Maxine though. Maxine. Now Maxine, ooh, taking it to that left knee. That's where that some of that power is going to come from. But Raquel, she's just too much. Big scoop slam takes down Maxine. Just maybe when you thought Maxine might be able to turn this match around. Oh, there we go. Work the legs, work the quads. Whatever you can do to slow down Raquel, you gotta do it. Into the pinfall. Pinfall opportunity for Maxine Dupree. Can she go to WrestleMania? No. Just a one count. So plenty left in the tank for both women. Maxine's got to be able to capitalize on opportunities, and just like that, snap suplex. I'm sorry she didn't go for the pinfall, but it looks like she wants to do some more damage. She realizes she's going to do a lot more damage to a woman like Raquel Rodriguez. She's the type of woman that can take a lot of damage. As Maxine Dupree, what is she thinking about doing here? Electric chair into the pinfall. I've never seen this before. 2. Oh, so close. 2.5. I have never seen that maneuver before, but that was highly effective as Maxine Dupree going to work here. And, oh, nice drop kick, catching Raquel running right at her. And Maxine trying to take some time to maybe celebrate with the crowd, but Raquel is not going to allow that. There's the exposed turnbuckle into the favor of the Judgment Day, but Maxine again, pure adrenaline and all fight right now. And Raquel needing a quick moment, she realizes she's in for a fight of her life at this moment. But you love what you're seeing from Maxine. She is staying in this matchup. She's staying very competitive, and that's what you got to do to earn yourself more opportunities down the line. As Raquel works on that lower back there as much as possible. Ooh, nice STO clothesline of sorts. I thought Maxine was going to be able to get her a little bit quicker there, as now Maxine in trouble. Oh, she's able to move out the way though. As Liv Morgan introduces a kendo stick. Referee though, focus on the shoulders that are down. I would say Raquel's foot was underneath the rope there, but obviously he's not going to call it. But Raquel Rodriguez done playing around. Has her up and down she goes. Referee taking a sweet time for the pinfall too. Oh, 2.9. That was, I think it was a 3 count. If I'm honest with you, that was closer to a 3 count. But keeps Maxine in the matchup though. Nice tripping maneuver there. Takes down Raquel Rodriguez. Gonna still look to go to work here. Maxine from the top rope district. Here we go, Maxine Dupree. Oh, big jumping forearm strike from the top rope. It connected. She hit all of it. And now Maxine could be getting herself one of the biggest wins in the history of WWE. Knocking off Raquel Rodriguez here. Oh, but a big boot from Raquel. Raquel's got to stop playing around with Maxine. She's giving Maxine a lot of false hope here. And just ultimately, an opponent that you should be, if you continue to give them hope, sometimes that hope turns into a victory. As Raquel goes high risk here, but Maxine doing the right thing, I thought, but halfway across to the outside there, takes down Maxine. Raquel, you can tell a little bit more aggression coming out on those elbow drops, pardon me. And now Maxine, she's going to go high risk here. Oh, and a flying crossbody to the outside. These women are just going to work on each other, as Maxine with those massive punches to the outside here. And maybe even a little bit of a small cheap shot there with the slap there. I think Maxine having the boys here at ringside, Tozawa and Otis, is certainly doing her some favors. But now Raquel from behind takes down Maxine. Now Raquel sets up Maxine Dupree with that maneuver, turning her inside out. Pinfall, 1, 2, 3. Raquel Rodriguez is going to WrestleMania, and look at her, the nerve of Raquel to laugh in the face of Otis and Akira Tozawa, but I don't think she should be laughing. She gave Maxine a lot of false hope tonight, and you saw what exactly happened. Maxine took Raquel to her limits, and when Raquel was ready to end it, she ended it. But Maxine, I think by the time we get to, not this upcoming WrestleMania, but the WrestleMania after that, there's a possibility, it's just maybe a small prediction, but Maxine may have a match on that card. And I'm not just saying like a battle royal or something. I think she'll have a big matchup at a WrestleMania in the coming years for sure. She has to, after especially what we saw tonight. A lot of back and forth, hard fought matchup, putting her body on the line, but ultimately Raquel was just too much, especially Raquel putting her body on the line, flying that far away. Maxine answers with her own flying cross body though, but Raquel's like, nope, not playing around anymore. I'm gonna set you to the side and put you down and head to WrestleMania 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner,
Congratulations to Raquel. She's going to WrestleMania. Liv has a match at WrestleMania. Finn Balor has a massive match at WrestleMania. Judgment Day matches, they're lining up, but can they execute like they want to? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the point of the night where it's almost our co-main event of the evening. It's Braun Breaker versus the Great Khali, as here comes this absolute unit. Ever since he's come back, he's put WWE on notice. Yes, he's come up short against Cody Rhodes in a one-on-one contest, but for the Great Khali, one of the better big men in all of WWE, it's going to take some time to get used to in the terms of being back in WWE and dealing with this new era's WWE superstar. I remember in the early 2000s, I think it was like 2006, when he made his debut in WWE, and would be in WWE for a while, but here in Universe Mode, just coming to WWE, looking to make a name for himself once again, looking to take over SmackDown, and especially after tonight, maybe he gets in that Money in the Bank matchup. Could you imagine this monster being in that Money in the Bank matchup? And I mean, he could easily grab that ladder, or grab the briefcase, climb up a couple rungs and grab that. But we're gonna have to wait and see how that's all gonna pan out, because Braun Breaker, the man that's about to come out, he's held that WWE Championship briefly before losing it to John Cena months ago. Breaker wants his opportunity. He wants to go to WrestleMania. He wants a chance to grab that briefcase so he could cash in anytime, any place, anywhere. He's tasted gold, former NXT champion, former WWE champion. Breaker has all the characteristics you would want in a WWE champion, but he's got to get back to where he was. And it starts with tonight. Can Breaker do the unthinkable and take down the Great Khali? And hopefully Breaker watched some tape on that Cody Rhodes Great Khali match weeks ago here on SmackDown and see what exactly he has to do to keep the Great Khali down. If Khali tries, or if Breaker tries to, use the power game early, Khali, it's going to favor Great Khali. But if Breaker can, work the legs and get Khali down to a knee and get him somehow on his back and look to go to work, Breaker can be the man to take down the Great Khali. But it certainly will not be easy. Right now we got CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Damian Priest all in the Money in the Bank matchup. Who joins them? We find out next. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. And Khali already with a chop to the head. A chop to the temple. That certainly is a wake-up call for Braun Breaker. Breaker cannot, this is what I'm saying, Breaker cannot allow Khali to do this type of stuff to him. The arrogance already coming off of the Great Khali, running right into the Great Khali, and Khali's like, what are you doing? And now Khali, look at Breaker, big reversal early on, that is what Breaker needs. And now I'm going to say Breaker needed to stay on him, and we got ourselves a little bit of a war between two strikers here. Certainly Breaker is not the type of man to back down, but I'm probably not going to have Breaker go into a striking battle, but Breaker just told him to keep bringing it. And it's Khali with these massive strikes. And ultimately Khali getting the upper hand on that exchange. Excuse me, but let's see if Breaker can get back into this action. Khali now trying to drag him into the corner. Breaker fighting out of it temporarily. Certainly Breaker definitely feeling it as he runs right into a wall again. Breaker trying to figure out the great Khali. He figured him out for a little bit, but now Khali starting to throw him around a little bit. As now Khali telling Breaker to get up to his feet. Gonna go for an Irish whip. Oh, Khali showing some agility here. Looking for a belly-to-belly. Breaker with a rake of the eyes. Certainly, oh goodness, I was going to say it works out sometimes, but not when you're facing off with a giant. That leg drop, but again, the damage is there. Breaker's got to now figure out something quickly. And if Khali can knock off a former WWE champion, that'd do massive things for Khali, especially heading in to that Money in the Bank match. As Breaker tossed back inside the ring, Khali with the momentum. Breaker, you know, he's gotta wake up a little bit. The badass Braun Breaker in a world of hurt currently. As off the ropes you go. Agility shown by the great Khali. He catches him for a two-handed choke slam. Had some velocity on that. And that may be all she wrote. Khali picking up a massive win over Breaker. No, 2.5. Khali thought he had him there. And I don't blame him. I mean, after what he's done so far. And now Breaker running right into him again. Breaker's got to figure out something else quickly. I mean, you know, you keep running into Khali, it's just not going to work. You got to wear him down first. Oh, man. Vicious headbutt there. And Khali has all the momentum. And certainly a leg drop will only continue to help out this massive man. And now just tossing Braun Breaker up and down on this mat. And now one-handed, just pulling him up like he's nothing. But there you go, Breaker. Breaker might be able to wear down great Khali now. Oh, look at that maneuver. There you go. Breaker now all fired up. Pinfall. Big opening in this matchup for Braun Breaker here. Really the first big move in this matchup Breaker has hit on the great Khali. And not a better moment to do it than right now is Breaker. Looking for a, oh my goodness, an underhook maneuver. Takes down Khali. And now Breaker seizing the moment. Spear to the great Khali. Is that enough to put away Khali? 1, 2, no, 2.5. Absolute big time moment for Braun Breaker here. Finally breaking through to great Khali. Breaker telling Khali to get up to his feet. Is he thinking another spear? No, he's not. But now he's going to work here. Over the head suplex. Absolute monster is Braun Breaker. And a genetic freak for a reason. As Khali gets hit with an axe handle. Down goes Khali briefly. And now you can see Breaker being full of confidence right now. Especially with him willing to be more offensive here. As now Breaker telling Khali to get up to his feet. And Khali reacted quickly with that maneuver. That was probably the last-ditch effort there for Braun Breaker to get himself back in this matchup. And Khali, though, he's not going to allow Breaker to do any more. At least he wasn't going to try to anyway. Now going to work that head in the middle of that back area. And the straps are coming down. Breaker's pissed off. He's ready to put down the monster. He has him in the corner. Breaker, he's telling Khali he's going to break him in half. Can only imagine. Oh, he took too long. But now Breaker, though. Breaker going to toss him back in the corner. Work the spears in the corner. Work that midsection as much as possible. Look at that boot right there in the big head there of the great Khali. And now Breaker. Time for the spear. Looking for the spear. No! Khali saw it the second time. And that might be it. That could be the last ditch effort that he has. He gets chopped right in the forehead. That has to be it. Khali is going to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. But Breaker, he was actually stirring up to his feet a little bit faster than expected. Wait a minute. Breaker has him up. Gutbuster there to Khali. I may have spoken too soon. 2.5 there for Breaker. And now what does Braun have to do? He's hit one spear and he's missed one spear. What does he need to do here? Oh, I think Kali was looking for the vice grip, and Breaker makes him pay with a spear. Is this enough? No, 2.5. What else can Breaker do to maybe put down Braun, or to put down Kali? Now from behind, Breaker, oh, misses out on the drop kick, and now Kali's going to make him pay. Kali a little bit faster in the exchange. Another kick. Massive chop, I should say, to the head of Breaker. One. Oh, wow. Kicking out at one. And Breaker, a whole different animal here. He misses on that running chokeslam, though. And Kali's going to look to make him pay. Two-handed chokeslam all the way to hell. And just like that, that probably ruined the chances for Braun Breaker tonight. Kali, though, he's not going to go for the pinfall, though. What is he doing? Uh-oh, he's looking for the vice grip. We have not seen this yet, really. Vice grip. He's looking to damage the head of Braun Breaker. Breaker, though, can he stay in it? Yes, he does. The jawbreaker. The jawbreaker there from Braun Breaker keeps him in this match a little bit longer. Breaker, another gut buster to this 7-foot monster. Now, Breaker from the top rope. Flying elbow. It wasn't needed elbow. And now, this could be the last time we see Breaker as another chop to the forehead, man. Into a leg drop as well. How much more can Breaker take? And same for Kali, if I'm honest with you. As Kali now setting up Breaker. Going to look to... oh, ran right into the referee and inadvertently thrown him into the referee. There's another chop over the forehead. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. It took multiple chops to the forehead of Breaker. But now you have this monster, the Great Kali, in the Money in the Bank matchup. So that gives you CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, and that man, the Great Kali. Breaker could have won this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It was a hell of an effort for even Breaker to get back in this matchup, but towards the end, Kali just kept hitting those I don't know if you want to call them a close-handed chop to the face multiple times, and there's only so much a man can take. And then also the vice grip happened, but Breaker was able to get out of that. He missed that running choke slam. Kali made him pay right here. Another gut buster to get himself in this matchup, but right here, another chop right to the center of your face. And another one just for good measure, over and over again. But one of them was the glancing blow to put away Braun Breaker. And there, the Punjabi Nightmare, the Great Kali, he wins tonight. He is going to WrestleMania. He is going to Vegas. And he's going to have to watch on next week as we get ready to head to WrestleMania. And now it is main event time here, and it's very well the last time we ever see AJ Styles and John Cena here in WWE. Obviously, we don't know what SmackDown's go-home show looks like just yet, but tonight's matchup very well could be Cena's last SmackDown matchup. So if he's going to go out with a banger, it's certainly going to be AJ Styles. Tonight will be AJ Styles taking on John Cena one-on-one, a non-title matchup. Finn Balor, the man that won at the Elimination Chamber, to get himself that opportunity to face John Cena at WrestleMania. Well, certainly getting a front row view of tonight's festivities. Can't wait to see how this all turns out, though. A one-on-one contest, non-title matchup of two all-time greats in the middle of this ring here tonight to close SmackDown. AJ has accomplished a lot in his career, from, obviously United States champion to WWE champion. AJ Styles has won a lot of big matches in his career, and could he add one more to his already historic list, and that being the WWE champion, John Cena. And there he is, gracing us with his presence, possibly one last time here for this edition of SmackDown. A big match for John Cena. Cena and Finn Balor exchanged a lot of words last week here, and from what I understand, Finn Balor tossed out the idea to Nick Aldis about having a match for John Cena on SmackDown, just coming up obviously before WrestleMania, and Nick Aldis said, hey, AJ Styles, John Cena, and obviously Finn Balor loved that idea. But the thing is, will these fans at the end of the day at WrestleMania, who are they going to vote for? Are they going to be cheering for the Judgment Day? Or are they going to be cheering for this version of John Cena? I mean, this Cena doesn't care about anyone. He doesn't care about the Make-A-Wish kids. He does not care about any single one of us, including me, the ringside crew, and everyone watching at home right now, watching this upcoming match. And he plans on ruining wrestling, taking that championship all the way through WrestleMania, walking out against Finn Balor, and, well, that leaves the WWE without a WWE champion. So the question is, where does that leave us? Well, obviously, hopefully, we won't find out, but there's a chance that SmackDown may be figuring out that situation. As here we go, AJ Styles, John Cena, for the very last time in singles action. Referee ringing the bell, and oh, look at Styles. Styles coming right after that left knee. And obviously, Styles has to do what Finn Balor wants, and Styles is starting to finally ease into what Balor's objective is. And I'm assuming Finn Balor is going to want any help and everyone's help of the Judgment Day to make sure that there at WrestleMania, Finn Balor walks out with that WWE title. And it starts with tonight, obviously, Styles, and make sure that Cena won't be 100% heading in to next week's massive match. There's a big takedown there from AJ Styles. Styles with a moonsault. And down goes Cena even further into that mat, but just a 1 count. Obviously, Cena's going to do everything in his power to survive tonight. And then, I think even though he's not showing any remorse, you got to believe Cena, it's going to hit him. It's going to hit him hard. Whatever that outcome is at WrestleMania, win, lose, or draw. Obviously, you can't draw to that championship. That would even ruin wrestling even more if there was a draw with that. But I think the general managers and Triple H as well wouldn't allow something like that to happen for it to end in a draw. He wants to make sure the paying customers and everyone watching at home at least gets a result that either they want or they don't get. As now we get that Cena trying to fight out of it, and he does. And now reversing it on AJ Styles, working on the ribs, trying to slow down AJ Styles as much as possible. And now into that headlock right there, working on AJ Styles, slowing down the match. Obviously the complete opposite of what AJ Styles wants to do, but Cena doesn't care. He's remorseless. Oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness. The knees to the face there of Styles. But Styles with a reversal as well. Now Finn Balor, he's looking to grab himself a weapon. Uh-oh, steel chair in the ring. Finn Balor wants him to use that said thing. Phenomenal forearm. Phenomenal forearm to John Cena at the outside. And now we're going to have ourselves a calf killer. Calf killer here at ringside. Cena's getting hit with everything. Calf killer's phenomenal forearm. Cena's going to have to figure out something to withstand this early assault from AJ Styles. Oh, the big punch there from Cena. That is vintage Cena. I believe that has busted open AJ Styles. But Styles again fighting out of it, or at least trying to, as he does. Cena with a pivotal reversal. Nice reversal from John Cena. He is the WWE champion for a reason. And massive punches. You don't get the best camera angle from that view though, but certainly Cena and Styles continuing to go to work here as Cena now. Oh goodness, that is a bad angle for not only Cena's neck, but that, I believe it was the left leg, one of the legs being propped up there on the barricade. And well, certainly he's not saying anything about it, but certainly hopefully that won't affect Cena's matchup next week. And Cena continuing to work on AJ Styles here. Referee being very lenient in this match, allowing these two to go to work on each other. And I'll look at Cena taking that top turnbuckle off. Looked right at the referee and, well, jumped down, got back up. And now Finn Balor going to do the exact same thing. Referee doesn't notice that one. And now AJ Styles, he's taking this top of this announce table off here. Certainly both men are not afraid to get physical here tonight in this massive main event. They'll be very surprised if someone's not going through a table, or if there won't be some kind of brutalness in the terms of, obviously, steel chair already be taken out in this matchup. Hopefully we don't see anything too bad just like that to affect this matchup. Is Cena has him up for an attitude adjustment. Pinfall. Is this enough to knock off Styles? No, it is not. 2.5. 2.5. Styles moves out the way, connects with a vicious springboard DDT, takes down Cena into the pinfall. Referee is there. 2. No, 2.5. And that blood, that big gash on the right side of AJ Styles' face there could be a pivotal moment. I mean, yes, he got cut up a couple minutes ago, but that is right next to his eye socket. So, the vision of John Cena, that could be a huge issue there. As Styles with a flying axe handle right to the face of Cena. Another pivotal moment in this matchup. Pinfall. Ooh, just a 1 count. And if you guys are just tuning in, this is your main event of the evening. Referee now fixing that turnbuckle in the corner there of the Judgment Day. Looking for a Styles clash to John Cena. Is this enough? Referee still dealing with Finn Balor's top turnbuckle. He just realizes it now in just a 1 count. Finn Balor essentially costing his Judgment Day member this matchup. And we'll see if Cena can make a case for it and seal a victory here. 1, 2. Oh, so close. 2.5. Cena almost had him. Now here comes Cena. Picking up AJ Styles, looking to go to work even more. Gonna go for a scoop slam, but no. Styles pushes him out the way, and excuse me, a crossface to Cena. Crossface to Cena, middle of that ring, but he's able to get out of it. Ooh, big kick to the midsection there. And now Cena, big time over the head suplex there. Now Cena gonna go high risk here. What is John Cena thinking about doing here? Oh, that is vintage Cena. From that top rope, almost like a 5-knuckle shuffle. And it's the knockout blow that knocks out AJ Styles. Certainly that is not what Finn Balor wanted tonight in the main event of tonight's SmackDown. It was a hell of a matchup. These guys beat each other up outside the ring for quite a bit. As you see that phenomenal forearm that would lead to a calf killer. But then these guys would just beat the snot out of each other here at ringside. Bam, right here. Bam! I believe that's what busted open AJ Styles earlier on in the matchup. And these guys would continue to go back and forth the rest of this matchup. Styles right here. Look, this is a pivotal moment. The referee is dealing in the top left of your screen. You see a Styles clash. Let's do this right here. It's officially a pinfall. Well, we don't get to see it, but there was at least probably a 5 to 6 count there that Styles could have gotten. Styles probably walked out winner. But this is the knockout blow from earlier on tonight. Bam! 5-knuckle shuffle from the top. Knockout blow to AJ Styles. Look at Finn Balor, his cold eyes behind him, watching Cena walk out victorious. The very last time you see John Cena in a SmackDown ring, possibly with that WWE Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Cena and Balor, WrestleMania, as Cena stares down Finn Balor at ringside. Look at Cena telling him to buzz off. But ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this latest edition of SmackDown. And oh, wait a minute. Here comes Finn Balor with a microphone, and he just hit him across the temple. Finn Balor is not playing around here. Oh, not with the microphone. Not with the microphone, Finn. Oh, goodness sake. Not saying that Cena doesn't deserve this, but still. Cena again trying to stir up to his feet, but oh, goodness, again. Absolutely brutal with the microphone. And Finn Balor doesn't seem like he is done just yet. And now, oh no, he's got a garbage can. He's got a gosh darn garbage can. Finn Balor, no. With a 1916. 1916 there from Finn Balor. Oh, goodness, right there on the ribs there. Finn Balor not done, though. He wants to send a message there, and Cena should have known this was going to be coming, ladies and gentlemen. As Cena gets his head bounced right in there again. Brutal. And AJ Styles is still at ringside, recovering from losing, but again, Cena being busted wide open, or not busted wide open, but just being decimated by that trash can. Uh-oh, Finn Balor, coup de grace, the coup de grace from the top rope there. Normally, it would be in the landing zone, but Finn Balor hitting it, ladies and gentlemen, from the top rope while Cena was stepping up. And again, Cena stepping up, and Finn Balor is going to do it one more time. Absolutely vicious, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena being taken out by Finn Balor, the man that is challenging for that championship. Could the championships be coming the way of the Judgment Day, ladies and gentlemen, at WrestleMania? They already have the Intercontinental Championship. Certainly they would love to have the WWE Championship and be known for retiring John Cena on the grandest stage of them all. Finn Balor getting the upper hand over and over and over here, ladies and gentlemen. But certainly not what you were expecting, probably, to end Friday Night SmackDown with Balor on top of John Cena.